Alright, hello everyone. We are back. Hole number 6. I don't remember what it is. I just need a brief reminder real quick. I'll get them eventually. It's only my... Well, this will be third attempt now. Should be the last time that I need to probably look at these before I start remembering. Now, one of the things that I mentioned last time was about how crucial having some side spin is here. Especially some distance. So a nice mid-grade ball, Titan Katana. That's going to be a nice meal ticket. I have so many Katanas on this account. We're going to go with a Katana Sniper, Titan Sniper. Those are going to be kind of your optimal holes. If you guys saw my approach on the original way that I did it, it's going to need some tweaks. But I did talk about it in the last video as to how to tweak it. You want to try to use about 3 backspin here no matter what. That's very much the ideal. So you don't really want to tweak that too much. 3 is kind of ideal. It's going to be more about, power, stuff like that you're going to want to tweak. But you can see, and this is kind of one of the better things you can kind of visually see here. Now you can see, with a Sniper 10, we're going to be able to land this very close to where we want. And that, like I mentioned, that is very, very close to where we want it. So we're going to try to do right around that, just a little bit more than 3. And we're going to go 6 rings here. I'm going to go 6 rings. So right around there. It doesn't have to be absolutely. But you can see I'm going to need a little bit of curl as well. I had to great ball it. Hopefully I under curled it. And that shoots right at the hole. Oh, unbelievable. So just stop short. This just kind of shows you how close my last shot really technically is. There's so little that needs tweaked to it. And it's so funny because when you see, if you watch my other shot, it's way, way short. I mean, it must be 10 yards short. But it's really only maybe, landing like maybe 3 yards shorter. That just shows you how tough this hole is, and that's why so many people struggle with it, because that margin for error is so tiny. 3 to 4 yards costs you 10. So, technical wise, I did everything very, very good, exactly what you need to do. And you can see that little extra bit, just like I was saying, right around 3 is perfect. I think I went to 3 and, an 1/8, 3 and a 9th, or whatever. And it was just a micro too much to stop it from going in. So bad break there for me. Could have got that ace. But as you can see, especially with a Katana ball, being able to put that side spin on it, you just got to figure out where you can put that second bounce right by the fringe. So be very critical of the way that I'm landing that second bounce. That is the key to the shot. Aside from setting that spin correctly, honing in on my second bounce. And in terms of, I did do an overplay. Keep in mind, I went 10% more than I needed to. So keep that fact in mind. I'm pulling back, first off, away from max, but I'm doing an extra 10% adjustment in my adjustment there. I'm not playing sniper straight up. Now, if it was more of a side wind, I'd play even closer to 20% extra wind, because it would stay more towards max. But the way that I just played that shot, and this is an obvious replay, so it has to be, because it was fixed on the spin before we even got to the shootout. So for whatever reason, they're giving me a replay that's, well, maybe because there's none in inventory that have 5,000 trophies. So here I'm going to have to beat a replay, which hopefully we can do. I don't think, I'm not terribly afraid of a replay, but I do also want to just see. It's nice seeing him go first too, so I know how close, because that kind of will dictate the type of shot that I go about. If he's really tight, then it's going to be nicer to go for the the bunker rollout. But at 6 yards here, I feel comfortable I can beat that with the similar approach to what he just did. I'd feel a little bit better with Goliath, but I still feel like I can definitely I'll definitely take this guy down this way. So that's the way that I'm going to go. We're going to play right off of this spot right here for our adjustment. In addition, you can see I have a backbone 10. I usually use maybe 2.5 on the backspin. Notice how I'm coming off of that just a tiny bit. It's because it's into the wind. So if you're questioning why I'm doing what I'm doing, that's the reason. Right around 5 rings. In addition, we're going to do quite a bit of curl, and that's really the secret to this hole, is just having all those tools at our disposal. And we'll easily beat 6 yards doing it this way. Unfortunately, it did stay up on that hill, so it's not going to come down and shoot down towards the hole. Just a little bit more curl and it would have been ideal. But all things considered, a very nice shot anyway. And like I said, just seeing where your opponent is kind of dictates the way that you're going to do. So let's just say hypothetically I go for the bunker. I stick it in the bunker. It's going to be 7 to 9 yards. I'm going to lose to my opponent. So I might as well just go for the island top because it's so straightforward. I can virtually with a katana guarantee, unless I got a really terrible wind to where I would have had to go into a lot of power there on that backbone, I'm just going to, easily come within 6 yards every time with proper execution. But the biggest key is, having all that side spin just makes it that much easier. So if you don't have it, you can't make that same guarantee. But keep that in mind for that one, and see you guys on hole 7.